Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the New York Knicks in New York. For New York, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers were able to put up a great fight against the Warriors last year in the finals, even while shorthanded. Kenny, if they are healthy come playoff time this season, how far can they go?
They could be the favorites. You know, LeBron James' efforts last year was unbelievable. But you couple that with a healthy team. They only had a 7-man rotation in the finals, and they remained very
It's time for some hoops at the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Thompson is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Irving in at the point guard. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin, and Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team, and I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Out to Anthony. That ball's nice speed this time from Jose Calderon.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Now the feed to Love. Can't hit, so New York will take it the other way. Calderon with it. They double him with Love. Lopez passes to Porzingis. That 3 off the mark.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
And Anthony sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Irving.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Here's Porzingis, covered by Smith. Anthony no one around. And the shot falls short this time. LeBron against Calderon. Nice shot by James.
Yes, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
From the arc. And James pulls it down.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion. And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Here is Calderon following the basket by LeBron James. Again, the miss by Anthony.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Irving can't get it to go.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Calderon, that's good. Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
Here's Lopez, and it's sent back by Irving. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Irving. 6 points for LeBron.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Anthony can't hit.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see. Nice pass there. Good job to get it up quick.
Knicks trail by 6. Now here's Calderon. They set the pick to the paint. Here's Porzingis. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Hey guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. Flalo comes in for Anthony. Langston Galloway's checked in for Sasha Vujacic. And it's Grant in for Jose Calderon. Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
And the shot is good.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's Grant following the score by Cleveland. Passes it to Porzingis. They get it back. Serafin, Smith with some nice D.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Here's a Flalo after the made shot from Amon Shumpert. A Flalo outside. Takes the 13-footer. Nice jump shot. Good. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. Dellavedova dishes to Smith. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Aflalo. And Shumpert pulls it down. Cleveland leading by 7. Moving it up. Got it. Nice one there from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 5 now.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Grant kicks to Serafin. And the wing jumper offline. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Cavaliers on top, leading by 9. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to its first title. Teammate Kevin Love says LeBron made it clear from the start what he expected.
He sat us down maybe right before the first practice and kind of spoke about what he thought everyone should bring to the table. And we had to hold up our end of the bargain.
when someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
Yeah, I would think so. You'd be better served to go right along with what he's talking about. Dub the new big three along with Kyrie. I think if they just keep following LeBron's lead and advice, the sky's the limit.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
You know what? They're dominating on the backboards. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances too, guys.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Cleveland, they've got him on Shumpert. Irving is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Thompson in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Anthony, following the basket by Kevin Love. Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to 12 points again in the basket from Anthony. Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Dellavedova from outside. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Dellavedova's got 8 points. Kyrie Irving, an explosive scorer. We all know that. His rate of assists continually dropping over his NBA career. And Greg, does he need to be more of a pure point guard?
You know, he does have the advantage of playing with LeBron James, one of the best playmakers in the league. It's a good fit, I think, at this stage of his career, because right now they need him to score the basketball while he continues to improve his point guard skills.
Knicks trail by 13. Anthony drives in. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Grant. His three-pointer's off the mark. Cleveland leading by 13. Thompson passes to Love. Fires for 3. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets. They've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Guys, just watching Kevin Love, he brings so much to the table, but
they can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Athletic doesn't blow you out of the water with his athleticism, but a few seasons back, this guy averaged 15 rebounds a game.
A different look for New York. Sasha Vujacic is checked in for Aflalo. And it's Calderon in for Grant. And Cleveland with a change here, too. James is checked in. Ahead, it's deflected. Williams with the steal. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
They're losing their concentration here, guys. Some sloppy play going on right now.
Yeah, 2 turnovers in a row, and that's always a recipe for disaster.
LeBron James on the wing, covered by Anthony. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Knicks trail by 16.
And guys, you look at what makes Love such a prolific rebounder. Great anticipation. I mean, he has the broad shoulders to create space in the paint, the strong anchor to hold his position. It's no wonder he's been a dominating force on the glass at every level since high school.
Knicks trail.
And so it's Cleveland with it.
31.
LeBron outside. Back to Shumpert. Beyond the arc. And it's Love missing.
You know, regarding Kevin Love, he had a number of difficult transitions to make last season. Most of all, perhaps on the offensive glass. He averaged less than 2 a game after averaging 3 or more a game every other season.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
The drive by James. No luck. And New York will come the other way. Anthony dishes to Calderon. Here's Vujicic. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. Calderon's got his 4th assist in this one. And Shumpert kicks to Irving. Near the three-point line, it's Love. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Off his leg, and the ref saying he kicked it. So for the Knicks, Seraphin comes in for Robin Lopez, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Derek Williams. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love, and Smith subbed in for Iman Shumpert. Here is Seraphin. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Galloway, the pass to Carmelo. New York moving it around. Shot's good. Calderon's got 5.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. And he's on a good pace here from three-point range. Made 1 in the first, 2 more here in the second. It seems like with more to come.
Well, nobody said, Greg, being in the NBA was for the faint of heart. The Knicks in a few short years have gone from a playoff team, unfortunately, to the worst team in the NBA.
Hard to fathom, Kevin, that the Knicks did enter last season with playoff aspirations, but that quickly vanished. They were just completely overmatched and overwhelmed.
That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. He has 7. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for New York.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another thing, I mean, they've done a great job early of creating chaos on defense, being disruptive and getting steals through the first half of today's game. He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Irving dishes to Smith. 32 seconds left in the first half of the game. James, no good. Knicks trail by 6. And pushing it up, here's New York. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. The Knicks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel exposed.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Grant kicks to Seraphin. Drilled from 11 feet out.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
And we've reached halftime in this one.
Gentlemen, I'm over here with Tristan Thompson. And after that first half, Tristan, what's the plan going to be for this second half?
Well, it's simple. It's going to be a dogfight. You know, they got big guys, true bigs, and we got to come out, play hard, and not let up.
You have to have plenty of bark in a dogfight, Tristan. Thank you. Guys?
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They have the 6-point lead. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, I love how they're getting points in transition. It's about pushing the ball, being aggressive, and then finishing with authority. Several times they beat the defense down the floor and ended up with easy buckets. If they can continue to keep that tempo up in the second half, they'll be difficult to beat.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, their perimeter defense is falling apart. Guys aren't fighting over screens, closing out on shooters. I mean, you know, When you're playing a team that gets this hot from behind the arc, you got to body up on the shooters and try to close them down. Their defense needs to extend outward in the second half.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Well, Irving has simply been great. He has 11 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range.
Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then there's Calderon. And it's Vujicic in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Pass to Porzingis. To the middle. Vujicic's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes. Again, does a terrific job with anticipation of the caroms and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Knicks trail by 6. Calderon passing to Anthony. Thompson with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. And that one's good. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
The Knicks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. The pass to Anthony. Lets the 3 fly. Anthony missing again.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Pass to Porzingis. LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's got his 4th rebound with that last one.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe. And his name, I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the 3-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Dishes it to Love. J.R. Smith on the wing. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Calderon has the open look. No good from outside.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Smith, no good. Knicks trail by 7. Here's Vujicic. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Anthony drawing the double team. There's a screen by Williams. Here's the teardrop. No good from Grant.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Lopez, a screen on Irving. Off the screen. No good from Grant.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Irving can't get it to go.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws of this game.
2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Knicks last season had a lot of problems here in Manhattan, and it showed all over the floor, Greg. And you played for this team. You know what it's like to play basketball in New York. Not a good record for them at home last year.
How about finishing 10-31 here and playing in front of a sold-out crowd every night? And one thing about New York, they're going to let you know when they're displeased. Worst home record in the East and second worst home record in the league.
Now, here's Grant. He's covered closely. Now Aflalo. And he converts the layup. Aflalo's got 6.
Very high quality shot. Can't get enough of those.
Cleveland leading by 8. Dellavedova kicks the front. He dishes it to Shumpert. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And the Knicks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. James is checked in. The Knicks shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And that one falls for Aaron Aflalo.
I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on. As the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
And here's Fry for 3. And the officials call a traveling violation. Knicks trail by 5. 55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Grant the pass to Porzingis. Drops it in from 11 feet. Porzingis has got 4 points in the quarter. For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were on, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there in New York. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
Here's Grant, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Dellavedova from outside, but they'll get another chance. Some solid defense from Grant. The Knicks have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4-7 from the foul line tonight. The first one falls.
Your Knicks, Jared Grant. 2 shots.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Lopez a screen. Kicks it to Galloway. New York, no good that time either. And all right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. And it's the Knicks with the ball. A 2-point game. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Dellavedova and Smith are the guard tandem. And it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. James against Anthony. Porzingis to tie it up. And it's Lopez laying it in. Lopez has got the game tied up here for the Knicks.
And the road back into this game wasn't a short one, but they've managed to make it all the way back and tie this thing up.
And Greg, I've got to admit to you, I did not think they were going to get all the way back. I thought they were done. But they've shown some serious resilience and character to battle this far back.
Here's Anthony. A kick out to Afflalo to take the lead. Kept alive. He goes up again. And Lopez throws it down.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
They sure did, Greg. And I like the fact they never put their chin in their chest when they were down early. They were down big early. They were composed, and they never got desperate and stayed within themselves. Very impressive.
Calderon kicks to Afflalo. Here's Anthony, and he elevates for the slam. Thompson did not like that.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try. Something like that at this stage of the game.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was saying to his team. We can't let up now. If we stay and make a few plays, we'll be right back in it. His message was clear. Stay the course, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Cleveland.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity. And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Alfred Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. He even earned some Clark's Sixth Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Jones comes in for Thompson. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. There's the bucket. Good. And that's now 11 points for Aaron Afflalo.
How about that cloth soft touch? Just a gentle little teardrop, almost like a falling leaf. A leaf falling down slowly to the ground. Very sweet and colorful, too.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hey, guys, well, Kurt Rambis had some advice for the team in that last break. The focus of this discussion was getting their offense to run through Afflalo. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Guys, they're operating under the principle that it's never too late to fine-tune the game plan. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris. Here's Anthony, and the shot is good. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint. Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. Porzingis passes to Calderon. Shot clock at 6. They double him with Love. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Cleveland leading by 4. Feeds it to Jones. Lets it fly. And it falls over the rim and in.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
They get it back. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
LeBron dishes to Love. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 9 rebounds now tonight. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Anthony kicks to Calderon. Back to Anthony. It is flushed down with a nice jam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop from there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're losing by 5. 1:51 left to play here in the 4th. Here's Calderon. Looking for Anthony and gets it there. Count that one. Anthony's got 8 here in the quarter.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Irving drives in. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
.139 left in the 4th. Here's Anthony. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Cleveland leading by 5. The dish to Love. He feeds it to James. Smith outside. Back to LeBron. Just 5 on the clock. They're running up the floor. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Anthony.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
1:10 left in the 4th quarter. James, the pass to Smith. Shoots it up. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
New York moving the ball around. And Flalo kicks to Anthony. Lopez dishes to Calderon. Lopez sets a screen for Calderon. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
The drive by Smith. Connects!
unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
Money! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's in!
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 3. 24 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Calderon. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. All alone. Sinks it. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
This is what happens when you allow Carmelo Anthony to heat up.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And that's an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Calderon, no good. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's exactly how you close the game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Can't get it to fall. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. What was your approach defensively overall tonight, and how did it help dictate the pace?
We just had to get stops. You know, it didn't have to be pretty, but as long as we get stops and get out and run, we started slowing the ball up a little bit, which took some of our momentum away, but we still got it.
JR, appreciate the time as always. Kevin?
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
He shot over 50% from the field in the game, a testament to how hard he worked to always find the best look possible. He was in constant motion. He found those gaps in the D and made the most of his open looks.
Kyrie, this dude is a composed, mature leader. Along with all that mental strength, he's got such an incredible feel for the game. He runs the floor, he passes beautifully, and he can shoot from lights out from anywhere on the court.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.